Hi there, I'm Brian Gilbert and I'm here with Charlie Hall, and we were one of the few lucky people to see the demo of CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077.
It was the longest demo I think that I've ever seen at an E3. It was 50 minutes long, 5-0. And I was talking to the game director, Adam Badovsky, and he was saying that it was originally an hour and 15.
Jeez.
They actually cut it down. It cannot be more different than what fans of The Witcher have seen before.
As opposed to having this sprawling landscape, they managed to pack everything into this dense city block.
V, who's the main character, she walks out of her apartment into this hab block. And there's all these angular, very brutalist architecture. And then the camera pans down, the person controlling the game looks down, and then you start going down the stairs, and then it opens up into this little quad area, this courtyard area. And there are 10 people, and then there's 20 pedestrians, and then pretty soon there are a couple hundred pedestrians there on the street, and each one of them looked like they were ready to give you a quest. Whereas the density in the Witcher games was all about the scenery and those tiny villages and the dirt and the grime on the street. This is about the people, the NPCs that are in the world with you.
It almost felt claustrophobic, but in a way that was like, I know every single place I go to will have something new for me to check out, especially when you went into what do they call it, the doctor that we were going to?
The Ripper Doc. So the Ripper Doc is the guy that you go to get the high quality augmentations. And in this particular scene, like, you have a relationship with the Ripper Doc, right? It was almost this father-like figure. He asked me if you were comfortable. V made a joke like, you sound like a dentist, like. But then he reached out with the mechanical hand and ripped your eyeball out.
Yeah. For the first time in a game, I wasn't just focused on, oh, I need this upgrade so I can be better. I was like, ooh, do I want my eyeball to no longer be my actual eyeball? It was very visceral. You got your sight shut off for a moment and then replaced with an eyeball being placed into your head.
Yeah, the eye's like across the room, right? Your vision turns back on and you're looking at yourself and the Ripper Doc doing the work on you. And so you continue to kind of vamp with the Ripper Doc about the new eye, and your hand is getting a weapon interface 3D printed onto the palm of your hand, and then he gives you a prescription. Like,
a nice little inhaler that you have to take twice a day.
But twice in the next 2 hours. So I imagine that maybe there's a timer or something. Like, we got real medicine from the Ripper Doc. It was kind of funny.
The original trailer from however many years ago it was, we got a chance to see that spider arm thing that was from that original one during the fight itself. We got to see that as V jumped up and clawed herself into the wall and then came down on an enemy after hacking a different one. It was incredible to see that each of these different options, like, you could have come into it as a hacker and just like wiped everyone out by going into their system, or you could have taken this approach, which was much more of a cyber ninja attack mode.
But again, remember, as they said, there's no character classes. It's a classless structure. You're going to be able to add abilities and kind of grow as you go.
And it seems to me to be what every tabletop RPG designer is trying to do, that immersion, that do exactly what you want to do. You can fight everyone you see, or you can try to finagle your way into getting the most money. I mean, obviously this is still an E3 demo, but
temper your enthusiasm, right? I was talking to Adam and he's like, well, I don't know if anybody's ever going to see this, right? Like, they don't really know if they can show it. And I pushed on why that is, and for polish and other reasons, but it's very much an in-development game. Some of the things we saw, some of the intricacy may not be there, or it may be different, right? When the final game comes out. One of the things that everybody's been commenting about, though, is the lighting of the game. It's the daylight, right?
It wasn't that sort of future noir setting of dark, raining. It was good to see that I was still immersed while it was in the beautiful California sunlight.
Again, it's something I brought up with Adam in the interview. He said that was a very intentional choice. Obviously, their final game is going to have a complete day-night cycle, but they needed that contrast to balance out those darker dungeons that we were in when we're climbing up walls and ripping people's heads off. It's a first-person shooter. No jokes about it. It's not third person. They're not pulling any punches on this one. You're looking down the barrel of a gun.
Yeah.
And again, Adam said that's a very intentional choice. They like the feel, the intimacy again of aiming down the sights.
Another intimate thing is how every single one of your discussions with anyone you meet seems to go so much faster than anything in The Witcher.
Well, that's because they're all in engine, right? Remember, there was this scene where you and your sidekick Jackie go to a couple of arms dealers and crack open a case, and all right, we're going to haggle over this spider bot. Jackie starts to show some attitude. They say, you're going to need to sit down in our place here. He doesn't want to sit down. You have a moment, a radio pulls up right on him, and you can say, all right, beat this guy's ass, or please calm down, relax, and let's make our way through this. Then they had the little tea ceremony with the weapons merchant where you both do a little drugs, and then you start haggling on the price.
It just felt really smooth. It never felt like I was getting pulled out of it, which I hope it continues to be that way.
Well, Charlie Hall with Mr. Gilbert here. We're doing all kinds of fun videos from E3. I hope you check them out on the YouTube channel, and I'll definitely be writing a lot more about this. I got some great quotes, and all of that will be up on Polygon.com.